All right, hello everybody. I'm back on Twitter /X/nullset sooner than I thought. I wanted to switch to Twitch to live stream, but I think Twitch has pre-banned me or something. I don't know. I was having technical, or maybe I was just having technical. Either Twitch already pre-banned me, or I was having technical difficulties. Hopefully it's just technical difficulties, but I'm just gonna stick to X live streams. I'm someone I like to explore new things, but I'm just gonna stick to X because it's working for me. And clearly, if the other way is blocked and this way is open, well, I'll just go this way. I'm like electricity. I take the path of least resistance. Okay, so let's just jump right into the prayer. So I invite in my higher self to be here with me for the next 24 hours. Thank you for being here with me, higher self. Thank you. Thank you for putting me in front of the people who I need in the next 24 hours. And thank you for putting the people who need me in front of me in the next 24 hours. That includes 3D, 4D, 5D, and social media. Now's the time to put your special prayer requests the Most High. I'm going to get on my knees for this one. It's no shame in getting down on your knees and praying. Sometimes that's what you need to do. I'm telling you, prayer does work. Prayer absolutely works. I don't know why it works, but it does, okay? And when you get down on your knees to pray, it really works, okay? So, now's the time to put your special prayer request with the Most High. Okay, sorry, that was a little longer than usual. I needed a little bit, for myself, I needed a little longer of a prayer today. But thank you, Most High, for hearing our prayer. And thank you for redirecting us if we need redirection. I invited the ancestors to be here with us for the next 24 hours. Thank you, ancestors, for being here with us. Thank you for walking beside us, guiding us along the path. I invite any unconditionally loving spirit guides that want to be here with me or want to be here with you for the next 24 hours. Thank you for being here with us. Finally, I invited my guardian angels to be here with me for the next 24 hours. Thank you for keeping me safe, healthy, and sane for the next 24 hours. And, I asked for the same for you. May your guardian angels be with you. May they keep you safe, healthy, and sane for the next 24 hours. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Amen. Okay. So let's do this energy check-in. I want to apologize in advance. My body is like, it's forcing me to quit nicotine. I've been quit cigarettes for a while now, but I started smoking the vape. the vape. Ooh, I like this. I'm gonna leave those out. But the nicotine vape, the flavored ones, and but you know what? The nicotine has been making me feel sick, so my body is just sort of forcing me to start quitting the vape because I don't even like the nicotine anymore. It's making me feel nauseous whenever I partake, but I have felt increased irritation. Okay, so I'm not totally off of nicotine yet, but I've cut back a substantial amount because the nicotine is making me feel nauseous. And I have noticed that my irritation level is high. So I'm sorry if that comes across in the video. I just want to apologize in advance. If I sound irritated, it's because I am weaning myself off of nicotine, but I hope that's not forever. I hope, they say that once you don't have nicotine in your body for 3 days, they say that it leaves your body, and then it's just a mental thing. So hopefully, I don't know. I don't want to feel irritated all the time. Like my body is literally rejecting the nicotine. So like I just feel nauseous whenever I get a hit of it. So I hope that I hope that the irritation will go away. I hope so. All right, but what is the overall theme of this day? I am picking up an air of extreme frustration, which may, since I am doing these live streams on X or Twitter, or Nullset, as I think the name should be. But I do feel that I pick up on the politics of things, because that's sort of what X has sort of showed itself to be, like the political space, where, not just the politics of politics, but the politics of any industry. And it does feel like there's a lot of frustration in the air right now. And that could be because of the government shutdown or just the things that are going on. So just know that, like, it will pass. This too shall pass. Everything will pass. And just know that let's try to make it through this period of a shutdown and just this period of irritation and frustration we might be feeling. Let's try to just, let's really try to be productive during this time, okay? So that when things get going again, they're operating more smoothly than they were before, okay? All right, so we have the Ace of Pentacles. That's just kind of like underscoring what I was just saying. Like, I'll say it again. We're in this period of frustration and slowdown and irritation potentially right now, where things are shut down and there's a standstill. And I just say, like, this is a time for us to really be productive and to make meaningful, positive change, so that when things start moving again, we have a ship that runs better. We have a ship that runs well, okay? A well-oiled ship, as they say. All right, but let's clarify this Ace of Pentacles. Like, I do this, I'm sharing this with you, but I've been doing tarot readings for every day for almost the past 20 years. And, it has helped me heal. It has helped me to evolve as a human being. And I do them daily, and they continue to help me evolve and heal as a human being. So that, I'm always at the top of my game, because I'm always developing myself. I'm always working on myself, okay? Even when I feel like I'm at the bottom of the barrel, it's like, no, I'm still evolving. I'm still doing a good job. We have the same card as yesterday. We have the Three of Voices card coming up. Okay, so this is just undeniable. There's just, I don't know. It's going to be different for everybody, but there's something in the air. There's something in the environment that's causing a lot of sadness, okay? Or it could just be there's a lot of grief. Grief is a big part of being human, the process of grieving. And grieving is, a natural process, and you have to let yourself feel it. In order to move past grief and let go of it and transform, you have to let yourself feel it. You have to let yourself go through, actually be in that whole process, sink into that process, go into that process. And a lot of humans, what they try to do is they try to skip that part. And problem is you can't skip that part. It's not how it works. But that's what a lot of humans try to do. They try to skip that part, and then we have times like we have now, where the government shuts down and everyone's irritated and frustrated, and we have like a limited amount of time to really put in that work and make that meaningful change if we want to get back on track and back in motion. It's sort of like, think of grief like the final exam, okay? If you're like, let's say, think of grief like the bar exam. Like, that's like the famous test you need to take if you're a lawyer. After law school, if you want to be be an actual lawyer, you have to pass the bar exam, okay? So think of grief like the bar exam. So like, to be a human being and to evolve and transform yourself as a human being, you can't just skip grief. If you're a lawyer, if you want to be a lawyer, you can't just skip the bar exam. You have to face these things. You have to face grief. You have to face the bar exam. And so like, it's sort of like the difference between, okay, well, I've been studying for the bar my entire law school. So, I know the material inside out. I know the material to such a degree that I'm gonna pass the bar, and because I've been actively studying it the entire time I'm in law school. Okay, and so that now I know it by heart, and so I'm good to go. It's sort of like that method versus cramming for the bar in the final week or two leading up to it. All right, so that's so you're just manically memorizing information that really means nothing to you. So that's sort of like the process of grief. That's a good way to think about grief, okay, and the way of processing it. And I feel like what's happening now is that people just wanted to skip over so much of the grief they felt, and they just wanted to skip it, and now we're being forced to cram it all in. And I don't know. So I'm just saying you really need to make this time as productive and meaningful as you can, so that you're taking advantage of the forced, confrontation period, so that when we come back, when things get rolling again, we have a machine that works much better now, because we've done, humanity has collectively done what it needs to do, okay? So let's clarify this Ace of Pentacles and this Three of Voices. Let's see. Okay. Oh, all right. Oh, we have the King of Swords popping up. I like him. This is the Spooky Tarot, or the Spooky Tarot. Hold on. I actually really like this. Spooky Tarot came with a good booklet. I don't like most tarot books, but because I studied one and it's sort of like the penultimate. But I actually like what this tarot book has to say. This was a well-written book. Hold on. If I can find the King of Swords. Here. So I have the King of Swords upright. It's a pirate. So it says the King of Swords is the master of his domain. Their domain is societal and big business related change. In your life, this may appear as a boss or mentor who has their best interest in mind. This person won't let you invest in things with no long-term benefit. Although they're not exactly friendly, as long as you are resolved to be of benefit to each other, you'll get along great. This card represents a situation, energy, or actual person in your life, and they are a highly regarded individual. They are the tarot's military commanders, and their primary focus is strategic execution. The objective character of the King of Swords allows him to seek out the truth and facts. Interesting. So, anyway, I know, I haven't really been keeping track of current events. I've been sort of glazing and glossing over what's going on in current events, but I haven't been I haven't done a deep dive. At the beginning of this year, I was doing a lot of, I was listening to a lot of podcasts, but, and doing some reading, sort of about current events and political stuff, and I was gaining knowledge. What I'm saying is I haven't been going deep like I was. I will, I go through periods where I go deep into stuff, and then I have periods where I sort of I take a step back and I get some perspective. I'm in a period where I'm really taking a step back and getting some perspective. So I'm not I'm not like closely following what's going on, but I did see a post about some of the military people had done something effective strategically with silence and speaking out and using their voice. So I saw that on the Bulwark. I might read into that, but that just, the King of Swords card reminded me of that. You know, you may have a mentor who's highly regarded in your life that, you know, or you may be a mentor. Okay. Just know that you're highly regarded and you are, you know, you are helping people to step into the positive changes that need to be made, okay? So that when things get going again, you know, we're running a well-oiled ship rather than, you know, an infernal pit of denial, you know? It's like well-oiled ship versus infernal pit of denial. Like, which would you take, okay? Hold on. I'm just writing that down. Versus infernal pit of denial. Okay, I just got, anyway, this just reminds me, like, on my Feral Child tarot channel, before I was banned, anyway, I was talking about this dream I had. I'm not going to go into the dream because it was definitely like a dream that was warning me that, like, you're about to be banned, just so you know. Like, it was definitely, you know, dreams, you know, not for everyone, but for me, I'm at the point with dreams where dreams are, like, if I have a really effed up dream, like something bad, it is warning me that something bad is going to happen. Like, you're going to be banned, or, you know. But anyway, so this was one of those types of dreams. I'm not going to go into it because it was such a strange dream, and, you know, it probably carries some, like, classified information that I don't even know is classified information, but if I tell it on here, people will be like, what? You're not supposed to know that. So I'm not going to go into details, but basically the dream ended, and there was, like, we were on a dock because we'd been on this, like, weird, like, oil rig ship from South America to New York City, and we got to the dock in New York, and then, like, we got out. It was, like, this weird, like, pod, like, deep sea pod oil rig, like, it was made of glass. Anyway, it was very strange, but we got out of that, and we were on the dock, and then, like, two oil-drenched venomous otters. Okay, I kid you not. Okay, two otters drenched in oil who were venomous otters. They were, like, mutant otters who had, like, turned into venomous otters. They, like, jumped on the dock, and they were, like, biting people, and people were dying. So I just want, like, hello, isn't that a weird dream? That's, like, deeply symbolic. So, you know, like, you've created a monster! By accident, you created the venomous otters. Okay, and the otters were once these playful, innocent creatures, you know, and now they're venomous, like, poison snakes. Okay. Anyway. Alright, so what is the overall theme? What is the overall theme of this 24-hour period? And this is a timeless reading, so whenever you find it, it applies to the 24-hour period you're in. But today is October 3rd, 2025. What is the overall theme? Okay. Oh, God. We have the Nine of Wands reversed. Okay, this card came up again yesterday, too. You know, I'm thinking of that poem by William Butler Yeats that, like, you know, I'm sorry if I've already shared that with you. I know I'm kind of like one of those, like, nerdy, I've been having, I don't know if it's because the season's changing, but sometimes this happens to me. I get, like, I promise I'm not on drugs, but my skin gets, like, really dry. It gets, like, incredibly dry. And I get, like, I don't really think they're hives, but I get, like, raised bumps all over my body, and they're really itchy. That's been happening to me a lot, really. Anyway, I promise I'm not on drugs, so it's just, I think it's because the season is changing, and it's just, you need to understand, like, as a human being, when the seasons change, like, as humans, we like to think that we're, like, totally disconnected from nature, and, like, it's, like, we can, like, be the master over nature, and, like, nature doesn't affect us at all, but, like, that couldn't be further from the truth. Like, we are part of nature, okay, and, like, when the seasons change, it greatly affects your body. So, like, what has happened to a lot of human beings is that, like, they've, like, totally dissociated from their bodies. And it's like, they don't understand when they have health problems because they're so dissociated from their body that they're not even aware of, like, when they have a health problem. So, if that's you, well, you gotta accept the fact that you are part of nature, and you need to start, like, doing activities that specifically connect you to, like, your body and body sensations. Like, maybe do a mindfulness meditation where, all right, let me check in with my toes. What are the 3 top feelings in my toes? And just go all the way up your body and do that for every part of your body, okay? Like, oh, let me check in with my spleen. What are the 3 top feelings in my spleen right now? Let me feel. Okay, my spleen is very happy with the yellow color of my shirt. My spleen likes my outfit. Oh, thanks, spleen. All right, 1. My spleen is very proud of me. All right. My spleen is looking forward to my next yoga flow. All right, okay. So, but I'm saying you need to do that with every part of your body. Do that every day for a year, okay? And I promise you, your relationship with your body will be amazing after that, okay? And you'll be much more in the flow zone, okay? All right. So what is the talisman of today? Let's see what the talisman is. Courage. Ooh, the lion. I like that one. I feel like for the collective of humanity, the lion is coming up, and the spirit of the lion, I'm just saying, is in the spotlight right now, and because the spirit of the lion wants to come up and be a guide for humanity, okay? In general, I've noticed that. Okay. This card represents courage, will, and determination. It will be through dealing with a new set of obstacles that you will make your most significant leap forward. We learn little from times of ease. The peaceful moments in life reward us for the hard work we've done, but those easy times don't give us the opportunity to show our perseverance and strength of character. You have what it takes to see this situation through to the end. Courage evolves, and it can grow into compassion, patience, and forgiveness. Nevertheless, alongside the hard times in life, we can still see the joy and be present for all the goodness coming our way. Talisman power. I am strong. Use this when you need extra energy to overcome hardship. Visualize the lion courageously standing still. His wounds might be raw and the times scary, but the power within gives hope for a better tomorrow. Healing blooms among thorns, and the flower's scent makes us feel relaxed and optimistic. I like that. I have noticed, like, the spirit of the lion is very much coming forth and wants to be a guide for humanity during this time that we're in, during this zeitgeist. So expect the spirit of the lion to really become a very important symbol for humans. I would say in this next 25-year period, the symbol of the lion is going to be very important. All right, so this is going to be a message from Frida Kahlo. She says, if you need to repair something, use gold and be creative. See the value in mending. Ooh, I like that. It says, this kind of goes to what I was saying earlier. Remember that analogy I made about grief and the bar exam? It says, if you need to repair something, use gold and be creative. See the value in mending. Oh, I love that. Okay. All right, so to kind of go deeper into this theme I was talking about with the importance of being in touch with your body and doing and having, opening that daily meditative dialogue with every part of your body. So this is the subtle body deck. So is there a specific part of our body or our subtle energy field that we need to focus on in this next 24 hours? What is the specific part of our body or subtle energy field that we need to focus on in this next 24-hour period? Let's see. All right, this one is jumping out at me, as in, yes, we need to focus on this one. So let me do 2 more shuffles. But okay. The liver meridian. Ooh. Oh, I won't show this, but it's these people are like, they're not even really naked. They're not even like, they're very like, they're like, I don't know. Anyway, but we're not even going to talk about that. So this is the liver meridian. So the liver is here. Pretty sure. Yeah, the spleen is on the right side. I know. The spleen is here and the liver is here, I think. I don't know. You can correct me if you know anatomy. I've done like figure drawing and like art classes, but pretty sure the spleen is here and the liver is here. But I'll double check that later. You can correct me. But so what the liver represents in the subtle body is planning and action. So in the next 24-hour periods, very good time to check into your liver. Here, let's just do it now. All right, so I already did my spleen. Now let me check in with my liver. Liver, how do you feel? He says oily. Well-oiled, as in well-oiled. My liver says, I'm a well-oiled ship. All right, good. What else? Just be extra careful with me, please. Okay, tender. My liver feels very tender. Oh, what's the final one? It wants me to it's like the liver is being my cheerleader right now. It's like, be confident in yourself. Believe in yourself. Thanks, liver. All right, but so I'm just saying. So if you check in with your liver in the next 24 hours, you can do a basic check-in like I did, or, if you feel like if your liver hurts or something, maybe you need to stop drinking alcohol, or I don't know. I don't know what you need to do, but just make sure you check in with your liver in the next 24 hours, and planning and action. That's what the liver represents, the subtle body represents, planning and action, okay? All right. So this is the karma card. So let's see, what is the karmic theme of the next 24 hours? What is the karmic theme of the next 24 hours? Let's see. Okay. The 6th house, so it says, as a full-time job, serving, do it a little at a time. As a full-time job, serving, do it a little at a time. Okay, and who is the cryptid? Who is the cryptid? Who is the unconditionally loving cryptid spirit guide of the next 24 hours? Who is the unconditionally loving cryptid spirit guide of the next 24 hours? All right. Ooh. Bigfoot. Outdoor cryptids. Special all Sasquatch issue. Their favorite foods, fads, and fancies. Oh my god, I love this. I love cryptids so much. Cryptids are like my latest nerd obsession. But I love Bigfoot. I'm a big fan of Bigfoot. I believe. That's like an inside joke, actually, that I have with my dad. Okay, so finally, all right, what is the banned book? What is the banned book of this next 24-hour period? What is the banned book of this next 24-hour period? All right. Okay. 50 Shades of Grey by E.L. James. The Four of Paper. Oh, wow. Okay, I've actually never read this book. But I've heard a lot about it. A lot of people love it. I don't know. Have you read it? Have you read 50 Shades of Grey? If you're a big 50 Shades of Grey fan, drop it in the comments. Let me know if you think I should read it. So it says, 50 Shades of Grey by E.L. James from 2011. The Four of Paper asks you to loosen your grip. Material things may have helped you feel secure in the past, but as Christian learns from Anastasia, you can find great joy in letting go. 50 Shades of Grey has been banned for its famously explicit content, but the series has sparked an important discussion about sexuality, consent, and taboos. Cool. Cool. Maybe you want to check that book out. Let me know if you think I should check that book out. Okay, and then, okay, so what is the overall romantic theme for the next 24 hours? What is the overall romantic theme of your life for the next 24 hours? Let's see, of our lives. The supportive aspect card is coming up, so if you have a date planned or you want to make some plans regarding the romantic aspect of your life, this 24-hour period may be a good time to do it. Time to plan and take action on romance in your life. This 24-hour period is definitely a good time to do that, okay? All right. What do we have? The sun is coming out again. So just know that, like, I know for me right now, like, maybe because I'm going through the nicotine, whatever, detox process, that might be why I feel irritated, but, like, the sun has been coming out in regards to, like, the theme of, like, our romantic life, and I'm just, like, I don't really feel that way, like, because I feel a little irritated because of the nicotine withdrawal or something, but I don't know, and just, like, I just feel like that's, like, the vibe in the air because of the government shutdown and everything. It's just kind of, like, and people are, like, frustrated and irritated, but the sun is here, guys, so maybe, like, force yourself to really, like, dive into that, your gratitude practice. Like, just understand that, like, if the good times, if you you need to, like, really focus on the gratitude and the things that you have in your life and, like, all the good things that have already happened, because even though you may feel miserable or, like, ungrateful or just not satisfied or frustrated or irritated on the inside, like, this is really a good time, like, especially in your romantic life. Like, a lot of us are really putting in the work, so that when things get moving again, it's going to be a well-oiled ship, okay? So just know that a lot of us are really putting in the work to like make those positive changes real, okay? All right, so this is going to be a direct message from your special person to you. This is a direct message from your special person to you. All right. So meeting you has created a lot of conflict inside myself, challenging my lifetime beliefs about love and relationships, so I feel stuck. This card has actually been coming up for me a lot lately. Hold on, let's get one more direct message from your special person, okay? Let's get one more direct message from your special person to you. I've been feeling that way a lot. I've been coming up against the edge of a lot of my limiting beliefs about romance and love, and It's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable, but I am someone where I am. I have the support. I have the 3D emotional support system, and I have the necessary tools in my toolbox to come up against the edge and then make the positive change that's being called of me. So I am someone where I'm very lucky that I have developed that. All right. So this is another message from your special person to you. They say, I get very triggered when you have different views than me, and I take everything too personally, getting easily offended. All right, talk to the hand. Says, I get very triggered when you have different views than me, and I take everything too personally, getting easily offended. Yeah, this is a problem that a lot of people have nowadays. It's okay to disagree, okay? It's okay to disagree, but still, still be friends, okay? Still have mutual respect for each other. Still be willing to work together, on the same project. But, okay, we feel differently. We have two very different perspectives. We're coming from totally different places. Well, let's have an interest, so therefore, we can have an interesting, our conversations are more interesting, okay? I'm never going to convince you, you're never going to convince me, but, we have exciting and interesting dialogues because we have these wildly different perspectives, and then, I'm not trying to change you, I'm not trying to convert you, I just want to have an interesting dialogue that is enriching for me and enriching for you, that expands my perspective, because I respect you fundamentally as a human being, even though we have different views. So this is a big collective lesson that humanity is learning at the moment, okay? All right, and so final, just to expand on this message from your special person to you, to expand on this special, on this direct message from your special person to you, expanding on the direct message from your special person to you. Okay. I know that we were created to be together eternally. You can't lose me. I am yours forever. Aww. Okay. Wow. A strong bond. Okay. All right. Thank you for tuning in with me. I guess I'm gonna stay on Twitter or s/x/nullset, and because Twitch has pre-banned me, or Twitch and me are just not technically compatible at the moment. So I'm gonna stay here doing my lives, and thank you so much for giving me this space and for tuning in. I hope that I was of service and helpful to you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Ciao, ciao.